Then we have a very interesting process which comes in the machining. We have a process which is called the wire electro discharge machining process, the wire EDM process. So it is a variant of simplest electric discharge machining process. You have a tool, you have an electrode, which is also known as the tool. So it is made up of conductive materials like copper. This tool can be made of different shape and size. Then you bring your tool, this electrode near to the workpiece, and then whole process is carried out in a dielectric medium. Dielectric medium are of different materials like deionized water and sometimes kerosene or some organic materials. And then you apply high frequency DC power supply to the tool electrode and your workpiece. The gap between the workpiece and the tool, which is having the dielectric medium, gets ionized with the application of potential difference, and small sparks are generated out from the surface of your tool surface. And these sparks, you can say in this figure that this is the tool surface and this is your workpiece surface. So with the application of potential difference, high frequency potential difference, the dielectric medium gets ionized and a small spark is generated. Spark is of a very high temperature of several degrees. So due to the spark, the heat will generate and it will cause a pressure in this ionized fluid medium. And this is spark is of the oscillating type. As I've told you that there is a high frequency power supply. So this spark is of oscillating in nature. When the spark is established, so this high temperature causes the expansion of the fluid medium, and when this spark gets extinguished for few micro nanoseconds, this expanded fluid medium gets collapsed and a very high shock wave is created, which is impinged on to the surface where the spark have caused the melting of the molten material. And from the one side, you are continuously supplying the dielectric medium, which removes the swarf or the molten material or small chips which is created onto the surface due to the melting of the material. So this is the explanation of electric discharge machining, and it is a non-conventional machining process. Taking the principle of this particular process, the tool is modified in the form of a wire. So this is called your wire electric discharge machining, in which the solid tool of any shape and size is replaced in the form of a wire. So this wire can be of conductive material like copper, like brass, and any other conductive material. There is a continuously wire supply. You can see in the figure, wire supply and the movement is controlled with the help of a CNC machine, computerized numeric control machine, which controls the feed and the motion of this wire. You can see this is the actual figure. A small hole is first drilled into the workpiece, and then through that hole, you allow your wire to pass through this hole, and then you fix your wire into this wire supply spool, and from one end, it is feed into this particular zone. At the same moment, the electric power supply is switched on. We know that we use this high frequency low power supply, which is of pulsating in nature, and at the same time you supply your dielectric fluid into this particular hole which you have created earlier. And the same phenomena happens in case of wire electric discharge machining, that there is ionization of the dielectric medium and several sparks are produced onto the wire surface, which cause the melting of the workpiece. And similarly, here in this case, the tool surface also gets wear out with the course of time. But you see that in tool electrode, what is your polarity? Here the polarity is negative, and on the workpiece the polarity is positive. So maximum amount of the heat is going to produce onto the workpiece surface, which is having the positive polarity. So with the course of time, this wire gets wear off. Sometimes it breaks while doing the operation. So such type of problems arises. But you can see what is the level and the degree of surface finish that you can achieve in this process. So this is our wire electric discharge machining process, and that is all for today's lecture. So if you like the video, then please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for the latest updates. Thanks for watching my videos.